Okay, so one last little video before I give up for the day because I'm knackered. I thought I'd do one or two annoying symptoms that are not pain and that are not fatigue. And my two pet peeves for the moment are itches. So it was even made worse at a certain time because my kids were still in primary school, so in the smaller school, and there were always, head lice alerts and everything. And I was totally convinced I had head lice, and I don't know how many shampoos, and despite the fact I was combing my hair and seeing there was absolutely nothing in it, I was still convinced because it really feels like you've got little bugs running all over you. And personally, I'm lucky because it stays located mostly in my head, in my face, my shoulders. So it's more or less okay, except when you're with people who don't know what's wrong with you. They keep thinking, you've, I don't know, got lice or whatever. My daughter, for example, she has it all over her body and all the time, and it's terrible because it's as exhausting as pain, even maybe more exhausting than pain. So that's my first pet peeve, hate symptom, because that's one of the ones that I'm currently experiencing. I've had it for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks now, so hopefully it'll go away soon. I have resident pains and symptoms, and then I have the ones that come and go like everyone, and sometimes they stop in for a day, sometimes it lasts a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or sometimes 18 months like the Achille Heels episode. My other pet peeve is dehydration of my nose, my mouth, my eyes. They go dry. My eyes go dry as if there was sand in them. My nose and my mouth go so dry that I got to limit panic attacks because I think I can't breathe anymore because my tongue's so swollen. It's really... So I found, a few hacks to go around that. So I have these little serum things that you use for babies for blowing their nose. I keep one hanging around in my handbag so I can put them in my eyes in case it's the eyes. Well, generally everything goes together at the same time. And if I don't have the courage to lug a bottle of water around with me when I'm outside of my place, I keep little pastilles in my bag, like the little sweets, cough drops or whatever, because as soon as you suck on a sweet like that, it helps the saliva come back, and at least it helps you swallow and breathe a bit better. So those are my two most hated symptoms at the moment, because they're the ones I'm having to contend with. I also briefly spoke about my scarf, I don't know when, this morning or something. So yes, it's that my scarf's primary function are to keep these bones warm, because these are always, feeling as if there were claws in them, and that's a resident pain, it's always there. So keeping them warm does help, which is why I'll be with a skimpy summer dress and a scarf around my neck. People think I'm balmy, well, too bad. It also has other very useful functions. For example, if I'm when I was living in town, I was often taking the metro, the underground, or the public transport, and in some areas the odours can be very strong because people aren't really... they don't like personal hygiene too much, which can be very overpowering when it's in a crowded bus or metro train in summer. Or you have some people who wear really strong perfume or deodorant, like that men's deodorant that I won't say the name of, but that really has to be microdosed, otherwise you can smell it for 3 trains further down. Then I always put just a tiny bit of perfume on my scarves, and then I can just go discreetly in the corner like that and just breathe my scarf, and it filters the too much. I have still had times when I've had to get off a particular bus or metro because it was really too much, and I had to wait for the next one because there was just too much body odor and too much perfume, and you know, with this hypersensitivity to smells, to light and to sound, it's a bit of a difficult thing to do, to go and take public transport most times. Hypersensitivity to light. You'll never see me outside without my sunglasses, even in winter, because it's not just a question of sun, it's the glare. For example, my computer monitor, as the day wears on, the brightness thing goes down, and I end up with a minimal, I mean, it's down to low at night, because I just can't stand too much light in my eyes. It's really annoying. And the sensitivity to sound. One of my ultimate tortures is taking, for example, my granddaughters to a crowded playground where there's loads of screaming kids. That's just, if I stay 1 hour there, it takes me like 4 hours of total silence to get over it. So those are my pet hated symptoms at the moment: the creepy crawlies and the dehydration and the hypersensitivity, which does calm down at times, so not that much, but at least it's a bit more livable. Sometimes I'm with my sunglasses in the house, and that kind of gets a bit too much for me, because it hurts my nose finally to wear glasses, and here. So there. And also I wanted to say, because it's really important to know so that you don't panic too much, costochondritis, it can come and go like in a flash of 10 seconds. So it's a hypersensitivity or inflammation of the cartilage that holds your ribs to your body and holds them together, and there's, I don't know how many of them. I used to be able to show you each and every one of them, because they were inflamed to the point that the weight of a skimpy t-shirt was too much. I had to just lie like this with nothing on me in bed and wait till it passes. The problem is that it does give sudden stabbing pains like here, and you end up thinking you're having a heart attack. So I went, the first 2 times it happens, I went to the emergency room and got an electrocardiogram, and they said that I must be balmy or hypochondriac or something, because there was absolutely nothing wrong with my heartbeat. So now I've learned to distinguish the bouts of costochondritis or intercostal neuralgia, it's called. Whatever it's called, it really, really, really hurts. It goes like you're sitting there and all of a sudden you go like that, because it's really a sudden and stabbing and such a sharp and harsh pain that it cuts your breath, really, literally, and it's scary. It's hyper scary, and unfortunately you have to have 1 or 2 bouts of it to be able to realise that it's fibro and not a heart attack, and not worry about it, just try and breathe through it. So that concludes my first 3 or 4 pet symptoms that I really don't like. Well, I don't like any of them much, but anyway. Tomorrow I'll talk about my theory about these this fibro mimicking all sorts of illnesses. But that's for another chapter, because right now I need to go and rest a bit. So thank you all for watching, because I'm really amazed at the interest that this YouTube channel has generated in such a short time. And well, I hope I'm helping you folks. So see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll give you video of me when I just woke up and the painkiller hasn't kicked in yet, so you can see me on my bad days. See you, bye.